to Willoughby. Today, what I'm going to do is put together some pictures of when we first started the garden, how it used to look compared to what it's grown to now. See all the changes that have been done since the last year and a half, 2 years.
Alright, so this is what it used to look like. This one right before we put the wood chips down. I had already bought these plants at the Excalibur Nursery back in 2015. They were sitting in big pots. In February 2016, I decided to put them in the ground and get started with my wood chip food forest project. This is actually planting the plants in the ground. It wasn't nothing really planned. It was kind of willy-nilly. I did take into account for the size of the trees as they grow, how big they would be. So you got your 7 layers, the canopy, and the rest. But I also did little different side raised beds, stuff like that. You'll see this is when we actually started putting down the wood chips. I got quite a bit of my yard's pretty big. Put down a lot of cardboard, a lot of brown paper. To your right there, you see a little raised bed. I planted some corn. Didn't really take off. The soil is not that ready at this point yet. I got my dragon fruit in the back there, still in the pot. Those big pots I got for almost nothing. I did have a string bean raised bed. Those gave a lot. Trellis, awesome. Another shot of putting down a heavy layer of wood chips. This is right now what my planting station is. Those trinets there to the left, those are gone. Got rid of all that. Now, you see it's very, very thick wood chips. You think it is a lot. I need to put that much or more again now because it actually breaks down, goes down into the ground, creates that compost, that rich soil that we want. Hopefully I can get another couple truckloads. I'm going to call the local guys at tree cutters and stuff like that, see if we can get some more. This is towards the pool area. The other side was the west area. This is towards the pool area. I've moved things around. You see those trellises that I have. I've moved those things around. This is a working process. So things get moved around. You know, this was that mango tree that got blown down from Hurricane Irma. That's the avocado tree in its glory. Again, these things, they move. They're alive. Everything changes. That stone path there I thought would be cool, but you know what? It's taking up valuable real estate for the plants to grow in. This is another shot from by the pool area. This I had edible flowers that I had planted. Was really cool. Was a little raised bed that I had done by the side of the pool. Then I put some tomatoes, made some tomato cages in front of it. My zucchini project on the right there. Produced a lot, but I didn't thin it out. So everything, since February 2016 when we started planting the actual trees and when we started putting down the wood chips in April 2017, right now we're in July of 2018, so a little over a year since the wood chips were put down. Everything is changing. Everything has been changed. There was a hurricane in between. So this area is still kept for the dog, do his business there. I am thinking about changing it. I'm going to move my passion fruits over there. That's my poor mango tree that got blown down, poor thing. That's my little banana, believe it or not, the one that has the most bananas out of all my trees. My star fruit that fell down. Papaya trees, very picky. The papayas, I have red lady papayas. They're very, very picky. I've moved them around. A lot of these things I've moved around. The acerola, the Barbados cherry right there. That one there didn't like that corner. Now that I've moved it more towards the east side, it seems to be doing very good. Those citrus fruits, trees, I'm going to take them out. I'm going to put them in pots. I'm going to buy dwarfs or see if I can salvage those guys. They're just not, I'm not doing it justice by not giving them the fungicides and stuff that they need. My moringa, this thing snapped in half during Hurricane Irma and is now a monster. So everything here, like I said, this one here, that's that little guava, which has given so many fruits. That's another banana. I got 9, I think last count, 12. I've planted 3 more. This was my atrophia. That tree was here since I bought the house. It was a beautiful tree. Bees loved it. I was doing kind of like a pineapple ring around it. Pineapples don't like it there. Changed it around. You know, there's the papaya again. I moved it over there. That one's doing pretty good. My peach tree, she seems to like it there. My sapote tree, you see the ring around the atrophy there. That's the pomegranates. Those things are so picky, my God. All right, different trees been moved around. The tamarind bush that I had, I've moved it. The tree, I've moved it a couple times. I'm thinking about moving my olive trees now. I'm going to make another video called Olive Grove. We're going to move all the olives to another part of the garden right there, actually, in that part of the garden, which is high and dry. This is sapote in front of the cornfield. My passion fruit is out of control. It's doing great. That's my dragon fruit. So happy with this plant. Bananas gone wild. That's going to be another video. It's going to be bananas gone wild. All right. So as you see, everything changes. This is a work in progress. It's a living, actually organic part of the ecosystem. I'm very happy. You know, sometimes I go out there and my wife thinks I'm nuts. My kids think I'm nuts and moving stuff around. But, you know, you got to make the plants happy. They got to be happy. Look at this. That beans, those string beans gave so many string beans. Now it's, you know, it's a hugelkulture mound. Kind of missing that, kind of regretting it, but take everything in stride. We're going to get it. We're going to, you know, never going to have the exact thing that you want. But, you know, for that time period, it's going to be serve its purpose. I've experimented with a lot of tomato cages. That'll be another video. Tomatoes season's right around the corner. We're going to do a lot. That strawberry pole right there, that was loaded with strawberries. Right now, it's not doing that great. I haven't taken care of it. But if you look closely, it has a lot of strawberries on it when I first planted it. Patio with nothing. Those trellises wasn't even there. Now it's 3 trellises. In today's garden. The food forest is coming along great. I'm happy with it. I'm sure if you guys started your own, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of satisfaction as well. Just learning with it, learning what the plants like, where they like to be, what they like to eat, how much sun they need. It's all, you know, part of the whole deal. Like this right here. This corner over here is very, very shady. When the mango tree was up, the avocado tree was up, nothing would grow there because the canopy was too dense. And all the plants that I started putting, I did like a little lettuce garden around the mango tree. Never took. I thought lettuce would love the shade there, but it was just too much. It wasn't enough sunlight getting in there. So kind of like a mixed blessing. It fell down. Yeah, it was my favorite tree in the garden, but it fell down, and now a lot of other things are growing there. You take advantage of your situation. You know, like I've tried those with potatoes in pots. I thought they would go. I saw a YouTube video about that. Never took. Zucchinis, on the other hand, went crazy, but I never thinned them out. So they were all competing for the same food. Never made it. You know, maybe got a couple fruits from that. My fault. This is the first start of the first hugelkulture. Again, in the beginning, there was a lot of watering. There was a lot of taking care of things. There was a lot of work. Hindsight, I think I would have put maybe the same amount of wood chips. I mean, it seems like a lot. I probably put down about 8 inches, 9 inches. I think I would have went with 12, 15 if I had to do it over again. You never have enough. You never have enough. Especially in that backside. Let's see. No, not this side, but there's another part of the garden where the avocado tree and the mango tree was. I didn't put a lot of wood chips down because of the shade. Nothing was growing there. And now I'm kind of regretting it because the weeds have kind of taken over. So I need to put down some corrugated cardboard. Got to get some more wood chips. Kill out those weeds before they take over my yard. So, I mean, this is how it works. You got to love gardening. You got to get in there. And guys, it's so satisfying. It's so satisfying when you look and you say, you know, I planted that. Or, you know, I thought about doing this. You know, you research a lot of stuff. Think about a lot of different things. Go out there. You realize now, you know, maybe I planted this too close. Why is it not doing good over here? Let me move it over there. Yeah, I've lost a few. There was a few casualties of war. But, you know, like those corn started out great. It was doing awesome. But it was the beginning of the food forest. There wasn't enough soil. There wasn't. The birds were just brutal, eating everything alive. I mean, so as we that banana tree over there, Hurricane Irma took it out. I never replanted it. Now it's a full-grown banana tree. There's 3 or 4 there. Never replanted it, but it came back by itself. You know, so Mother Nature's going to let you know what's going right, what it wants, or what she wants, and we take it from there. All we can do is be the custodians, the keepers, the helpers, and I'm very happy. That coconut right there is what I made a little bonsai from. It was in my patio. Kind of died. I thought it was pretty cool. I saw a video about it. Never took. That's the first loofah project. Awesome. It was fantastic. My blueberries. Fig tree I had to cover because my dog for some reason started eating it. So I had to, cover it. My neighbor has a fig tree. I have one. Figured, they cross-pollinate. It's not really doing that great. I wish we could get figs. I love figs. That little mango tree right there is what's supplying us with mangoes this year. So everything, comes together. That acerola that was in the corner never did nothing. I moved it. Now it's full acerolas. Little banana in the back there. Never did anything, but now it's because it was covered with that big mango tree. My strawberry pole. Look how many strawberries were on there. It was fantastic. That was our original banana patch. See, I had some sprinkles on tripods before. I left that there for quite a while before I actually put in a watering system. In the beginning it was really water intensive until the actual wood chips became part of the, how would you say, the life force, the watering force of the garden. Now, barely once in a while, when I do a transplant of my annuals, my tomato plants or pepper plants, or if it start a new, flower or something, then I'll water it. But for the most part, it's taking care of itself. It's what it's supposed to be, a food forest. This is why we call it, the woods, the food forest. That one there is an eggplant turned into a tree, believe it or not. It's unbelievable. It's still out there. I feel bad about ripping it out, but let's see if it's going to come back in September. I'm going to start seeding again. Going to be a lot more peppers, tomatoes, eggplants. I got a strawberry tree, seeds that I want to start. Hopefully our cashews will start to bloom, and we'll look at the size of that mango. Wow. And then we'll plant those guys in there too. And we've got a lot more room that has to be better manipulated. You know what I mean? So, like that corn patch didn't take well, but the mulberry loves it over there. That dragon fruit, it needs a bigger trellis. So all these things you do, as you go, you learn. We learn. The food forest learns. We learn from it. And that's how it is. Alright, so this is a work in progress, like I said before. That was our first year's dragon fruit, the first one. Actually, this one that we got this year was in the same position, believe it or not. I love it. I mean, you just walk through. That goes through the fire pit over there. Changed my mind. That was when the hurricane came. I had to move all those bricks. I was so mad. Side of the house that has bay leaf, mango, papayas, bananas. Fantastic. That's Hurricane. There's Hurricane Irma. A little damage that she did. Bunch of stuff knocked down. The house all shuttered up. It was pretty tragic. I mean, the trees were still pretty young. A lot of them fell down. The moringa fell down. The acerola fell down. The starfruit didn't make it. A lot of those pots there were pretty heavy. I couldn't bring them in. My trophier that was there for many, many years, gone. Bananas that were in the middle, gone. I guess the most tragic one was the mango tree, like I said, right there. Fell down. I did lift it back up. See all the roots there? Those things were massive. It took a bunch of guys to lift that thing back up. I don't know if it's going to do again. I did get a lot. I do have a lot of seedlings from that I have planted. I planted one right by the trophy that had fell down to move my canopy more towards the middle of my house. And this is what it used to be. Remember, guys, in the beginning? Everything in pots, an open canvas, So it's kind of like, you know, an artist. You can do what you want to do.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the slideshow. You can see all the possibilities of taking just a plain lawn and turning it into your own food forest. There's so many things you can do. With a little hard work, it's possible. As always, will it be homegrown, fresh, organic, or will it be GMO, insecticides, suicide? All right, 2 big green thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you again real soon.